All right, this is lesson 2, video 2. Hold on, I'm gonna straighten this out. So the system is broken, and what's next? Do you quit? Do you say F it? Do you just scream at the wall? Do you give up on everything and say that, man, it's just not meant for fathers to have their kids? So these are the 4 moves that you need to make immediately if you want to maintain sanity, build your best case, and do all the sort of good stuff so that 6 months from now, 1 year from now, you can go like, man, life is good. Life is like what Steve said it was going to be. So if you want to say that, on day 2, this is what guys do. Number 1, you need to build your team. And what that is that's 5 people that you can call anytime, 24/7, no matter what. And if you're smart like me, or actually I'm stupid but figured this out, but then again, nobody else has really figured this out. I got so screwed with this principle by calling people when they couldn't pick up because it was like 3 a.m. or something like that, that years later, when I became smart with it, I have people that are in Europe, in Asia, that I can call at those times. This isn't just buddies, these are allies. These are people who work with you. And I'm just gonna pause right here because you're going like, man, you know, I don't need this one, I can skip. You can't skip it. In fact, all 4 of these things you cannot skip. So as you're going, you know, I may not have these people, or I really don't need this, or whatever the situation is, I want you to start thinking, look, how can I find this? Take out a piece of paper or the notes app in your phone or whatever it is and write down who are the 5 people that I can call anytime. If you do not have those people that are experienced, that aren't rage-filled, that aren't just pissed off, but can handle your pissed off, your rage, your ideas of like, man, I may unalive myself, or I want to go massacre a bunch of people, and you might actually be really justified to do that, but you can't do that. Who are the people that you could call in situations like that? If you do not have them, you need to find them like I did. Now again, I have a whole course and a community of people that do this, and we live by this, but whether you find it or you go into my groups and make friends within that and find them within there, you need to find it. You need to have it. It's gonna save your ass. You can't skip it. And if you don't like this answer and it's reason for you to skip this part of the video, man, you're already gonna lose. I'm telling you, this is one of the most important things. It's free, it's easy, you can do it. Just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Okay, enough preaching. Let's go to the next one. Number 2 is you need to study the law. You need to study the statutes for your state and county, and if you do not do this, you are walking in blind. You're gonna think that the court is determined by what she says, the arguments that she makes and the judge listens to, and not by the statutes. Here's the thing, courts go freaking crazy. Everybody goes crazy. Tons of people are talking trash on you now, but what's going to get you your kids back and what's going to define that are the statutes and laws. I don't care if you're told over and over again that the judge doesn't care about that, it just hates you because you're you and you're a man or whatever it is, but you're wrong. Actually, you might be right, but what you're wrong about is the way to argue that is through the statutes. The statutes are the guidelines, the black and white of how we're supposed to follow the law and what that judge has to listen to. And if you know how to argue that, it's going to come back to where you need it to come back to. Now, here's the other thing too with studying the statutes. It's going to show you what arguments you can make, what you can't make, what laws have been broken, where she's been at fault, what dirty laundry she has. It's going to show you how to defend your dirty laundry if you have any. You know, if you're like me, you probably do. Actually, in my last case, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, look, you need to know the statutes and you need to understand them because it's going to define how you're going to argue your case and how you argue your case. It's going to define how you argue for custody, how you defend yourself, and how you go on the offensive and all this sort of different stuff. If you don't do that, you're basically depending upon idiots online who are hysterical, that are playing to your emotions, that aren't going to help you with your case or win your case or whatever it is. This is a lot easier to do than you think. You could go on Google right now and say, Travis County, Texas, where I live, what are the statutes that determine custody? Or what are the family law statutes? And then you can take your information from that and you put it into something like ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever it is you want. You could even make it anonymous and say that it's not you. And you say, I'm just curious for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. What are the statutes and laws in Travis County, Austin, Texas for family court? Here's the situation of that friend. They have 4 kids. I may or may not have an alcohol problem, or that friend, or whatever it is. Look, you just go through that whole thing. Now, this is hard, and this is also why you need your support system, you need your team, because you're gonna run into things where you just don't wanna do it. You don't have the motivation to do it. You have no energy, you have no clarity. You're in a spot where it's really easy to give up. but you can't give up. Okay, let's jump to the third thing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep talking about nonsense. You need to write out your case. So the way that I always tell people to do this is just write out the history of your relationship. Now, I do have clients who've been married for 30 plus years, or even 15 or 16 years. That's a hard thing to write out, and it's pretty awesome. It's epic, it's cathartic, it's a therapeutic experience. But what my attorney told me many, many years ago is that this has the whole case in front of it. And man, when I watched him do my depositions, he got a lot from that. It was great. It won my case, man. It was awesome. He got the personality profile from my ex. He knew where she had lied. He knew where the evidence was. And you know, it's a big thing to study, especially when it's this long, giant document. Your attorney charges $400 an hour. But you need to do that for you, or I think that's the best place to start. Also, you can timeline it. You can chart different things out. You can hit different peak moments in your relationship, but you need to understand what your relationship is. You need to understand the reality of it. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this, and we'll get in it throughout this whole deal. It's more than likely you're gonna blame yourself. Men are naturally guilty in a divorce or a custody battle or whatever your situation is, and they blame themselves. Now, you may very well have some blame, but you're not able to see it clearly. You're basically screwed over by your emotions, but even more likely you're being gaslit by an ex who has some personality disorder, or at least has some tendencies that is moving in that direction. Now, in that, you're gonna not see reality, and you need to see reality, which is why you need to write out your case. You need to write out all of everything. If that is a whole timeline of it, if that is the story of you guys, if that's peak or highlight moments in the relationship, but you need to analyze those because you're not seeing them clearly. And if you do walk into a courtroom or talk to an attorney and you don't see those things clearly, you're just gonna be like vomiting out different things at them that isn't gonna make sense, and you're gonna piss them off and they're not gonna wanna work with you. And if you have a judge in front of you and they don't wanna work for your case, that means they make a reactive decision and screw you. So get to know it. Number 4 is watch real cases. And you hear me say this all the time if you followed me on social media, which is most likely how you got here, but you need to watch real cases. So go to your county court office, or go to your county court and watch family court. Now then I always get, but you can't do that in my state and county. Well, heavily in most state and counties you can, and in Canada you can. If you can't watch your court case, cool, great. It doesn't mean the end of the world, and it doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you stop this whole thing. It means that you're gonna watch tomorrow's video. It means that you're gonna read the email. It means that you're gonna work on yourself and do these things, because what you can do is you could talk to different attorneys. You could watch depositions that are on YouTube. You can do all these things, right? All of this is really hard, and you're gonna hit tons of walls. And if you're stopping by hitting walls that I'm giving you, that's probably not a good sign, because you're gonna get bigger walls that hit you from the whole courtroom experience. And I'm just gonna add this last thing here, and it's in the email that you read, because you can either watch the videos or read the stuff or do both or whatever. I just want you to do this. That's how bad I want you to do this. You need to stop watching all the social media on this stuff that is red pill fueled, manosphere fueled. And here's why. Like, maybe you need that, it's therapeutic, it's good, but it is different than your court case, and you need to see it as that stuff is gonna get in the way of you winning. So to decompress or to mentally, kind of alleviate yourself from the insanity that you're going through, yeah, watch it. All right, let's get back to it. Those are the 4 things that you need. You gotta build your team, you gotta study the law and the statutes, you gotta know and study your case, and you gotta get some courtroom experience by watching court or talking to lawyers. This is non-negotiable stuff for you to shift the tide, for you to get control back of your life. Now, there are some things that I'm just gonna tell you right now if you wanna watch some legal stuff to make this maybe a little bit less confusing or more confusing. It's kind of a long series, but in 2021, I made a series that was a workshop actually on divorce and custody. In this email, I'll leave a link to it and you could check it out. But I also get that it may not be time for that, and you don't have the time for it, or you really may not want to see that now. So we'll leave the link there, and it'll be there tomorrow or whenever you want to see it. All right, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Man, you see this bug? It's crazy. Oh, it's gone. Now it's gone. Anyway, I think it's a harmless bug. Oh, you're back. Oh, there's 2 of you. Nature. I love it.